Hello, my name is Ryan, and today I'll be talking about feminism in Puerto Rico and its comparison to American feminism. Before we start, I want to talk about the colonial history of Puerto Rico and the ruler of it. The Spanish Empire ruled half of the world at the start of the colonial days. A portion of the territory they owned was the small island of Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico was known to be the best strategic position in colonial history, due to how close it is to all of Europe. Puerto Rico remained a strong point for the Spanish Empire for many years until the USA declared war on it, eventually freeing the people there. Now let's start with the Puerto Rican Revolution. The Puerto Rican Revolution began in the town of Lares. This event was known as El Grito de Lares, the Cry of Lares. The town of Lares has a similar flag to what we know today as the Dominican Republic. The revolution was short-lived, due to the lack of manpower and the sheer strength of the Spanish Empire. Its neighboring cousin Cuba was more successful in its revolution, despite it being a weaker colony at that time. Puerto Rico would gain its independence from the Spanish Empire in 1898, after the Spanish-American War saw the end to the Spanish Empire. Now let's take a look at the women involved in the revolution. The revolutionary anthem was written and developed by a woman named Lola Rodriguez de Tio. This anthem, despite it being revolutionary, would sound like a melancholic song played by guitar and trumpets, with a guiro and tambores played in it as well. These two instruments are iconic to to Puerto Rican culture. The original Puerto Rican flag would be crafted by another woman named Mariana Bracetti. Let's talk about modern Puerto Rican feminism. Feminism in Puerto Rico has been a recurring movement in recent years. The feminists in Puerto Rico gained momentum after the expulsion of a corrupt governor known as Ricky Rosselló, a man who made fun of the country and stole money from the government and the people. With young women at the forefront of the struggle for equality, feminists in Puerto Rico have organized protests and marches, such as International Women's Day March, to raise awareness about women's rights and issues affecting women on the island. Now, let's go to the original point for this presentation, being the comparison between Puerto Rican feminism and American feminism. American feminist goals seem to be more achieved and obtained than Puerto Rican feminist goals. Americans have more freedom and benefits compared to the average Puerto Rican woman in the workspace. While both fight for the same rights, women in Puerto Rico don't have the same benefits as American women do, despite them both being classified as American citizens. The colonial status of Puerto Rico may be a factor to the reasons some rights are not yet achieved. When it comes to comparing the two, Puerto Rican feminism is closely associated with a sense of national pride, a nationalist idea, which they believe their home and country should be a safe and equal place for both men and women, while in America, feminism is seen as a movement to be equal, if not superior, to its male counterpart in the workspace and legal rights. Both sides have the same goal, but both try to achieve it in different ways. To conclude this with my opinion, the goal for legal equality in America, in my opinion, has already been achieved. Workspace rights and social rights may need a bit more improvement. Equality, sadly, may never be achieved due to double standards and the pursuit of someone always wanting to be superior than someone else based off race, nationality, or gender. However, despite the fact it may never be achieved, we still may try and work our way to improve more fair roles and laws in society.